Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Shraddha's Physics. This video is based on statistical mechanics for the core 14. So here we will see the application to the specific heat on the law of equipartition of energy. So for 1 mole of an ideal gas at absolute temperature T, suppose it contains Avogadro number n of molecules. So in that case, the ideal gas, here we have considered that there is no force of attraction between the molecules. Since there is no force of attraction, so the internal energy U is fully kinetic. So the total internal energy, it will be kinetic in nature. So if F is the number of degrees of freedom, so then according to the law of equipartition of energy, it states that the average kinetic energy per molecule it associated with each degrees of freedom will be, this is half kT, this is the equipartition of energy, the average kinetic energy per molecule will be 1 by 2 kT. So the average kinetic energy per molecule for F degree, this is for 1 molecule it is half kT. For F degrees of freedom, this will be simply 1 by 2 kT into F, that is F by 2 kT. So the total energy of 1 mole of gas is U equal to N into half F kT. So this is the total energy of 1 mole of gas. So U equal to N into half F kT. So that will becomes, so this R equal to Nk, N into K. So in place of Nk, we have just substituted R. So this will be the total energy U equal to F by 2 RT. Now the molar specific heat of the gas at constant volume. So you know the specific heat at constant volume Cv will be equal to d by dt of U, rate of change of internal energy. So that will be equal to d by dt of your total energy U will be F by 2 RT. So taking the derivative with respect to the temperature, this will becomes F by 2 R. Hence the molar specific heat of the gas at constant pressure, we know Cp minus Cv equal to R or Cp equal to Cv plus R. This Cv, in place of Cv, we have just substituted F by 2 R and this is plus R. So taking R common, this will be F by 2 plus 1. Now the ratio of the two specific heat gamma will be equal to Cp by Cv. This Cp we have just calculated, this is R into F by 2 plus 1 divided by Cv is F by 2 R. So R get cancelled, this will be F by 2 plus 1 divided by F by 2. Again this F by 2 will be 1 plus, this is 1 by F by 2, it means 1 plus 2 by F. Clear? So the gamma will be equal to 1 plus 2 by F. It means that when gamma decreases, so degrees of freedom increases, or we can say that the vice versa is also true. Vice versa also true means when the degrees of freedom increases, the gamma will decrease. When the degrees of freedom increase, the gamma will decrease. When the degrees of freedom decreases, the gamma will be increases. Now the specific heat for the monoatomic gas. So first of all, we must know what is the monoatomic gas. So the monoatomic gas means, this is monoatomic means it contains single atom. So this monoatomic gas is a gas in which atoms are not bound to each other. Actually they are free to move. So this is called the monoatomic gas. It contains single atom. So this a monoatomic gas has one atom or single atom. So each molecule has the degrees of freedom is F equal to 3 due to the translatory motion. It means that suppose we will consider this is your XYZ axis, and if a single atom is present here, so it can move in the X direction, along Y direction and along Z direction. Clear? So there will be 3 translatory motion, or the degrees of freedom is 3. So the energy associated with each degrees of freedom will be 1 by 2 kT. So the energy associated with 3 degrees of freedom will be 3 by 2 kT. Simple. For 1 gram molecule of the gas, so the energy will be, this is N into 3 by 2 kT. This will be 3 by 2 RT. Nk, in place of Nk we have just substituted R. So this is the internal energy, depends on only on temperature. Here you can see that it only 3 by 2 is constant, R is your gas constant. So only it depends on your temperature. Now the specific heat at constant volume Cv will be du by dt. So that will be 3 by 2r. So taking the derivative with respect to the temperature, this will become 3 by 2r. Again, you know Cp minus Cv equal to r, or Cp equal to Cv plus r. In place of Cv, if you will put 3 by 2r, then this 3 by 2r plus r, that will be 5 by 2r. Again, the ratio, that is gamma, will be Cp by Cv. Cp is 5 by 2r and Cv is 3 by 2r. So cancelling, we will get 5 by 3, that is equal to 1.67, or we can simply write gamma for monoatomic will be equal to 1.67, which is experimentally true. So the monoatomic gas example is argon, helium, etc. Now we will see the specific heat for the diatomic gas. So a diatomic gas molecule has 2 atoms. So 2 atoms. So here you can see, suppose there are 2 atoms. So these 2 atoms, suppose this is x direction, this is y, and this is suppose z direction. So this, we have here considered that these 2 atoms, they are fixed. It means that their mean position about this, they are fixed. They cannot move. So for this case, if these 2 atoms, they are moving in the x direction, they are simultaneously moving in a particular direction. In that case, so the degrees of freedom for the translator motion specially, this will be along x direction, they are both moving, and again in the y direction, they are both simultaneously moving in the y direction, and they can move in the z direction. Both can move. So the translational degrees of freedom will be, if I am writing Ft as your translational degrees of freedom, then that will be 3. Clear? Again, if we will consider the rotational motion, so you can see, if we will fix this position, if we will fix the position of the atom, it means that their position, they cannot move towards each other, or they cannot move away from each other. So the distance between them is fixed. In that case, when we will consider about the rotation, so they can move, they can rotate along the y direction. So they can rotate along the y direction like this. The 2 particles, they are at constant distance, then they can move along the y direction, and similarly they can move along the z direction. But since they are placed in a x direction, so they cannot, so since they are placed at the x axis, so they cannot rotate along that axis because of the property of inertia. Clear? So here we can say that the translation, if I will write for the rotational degrees of freedom, if I am writing F R, then this will be 2. Why? Because they can only rotate along the y axis and along the z axis. So here the total degrees of freedom for 2 rotational motion and 3 translatory motion, that will be total 5 degrees of freedom. Hence the total energy U will be equal to 5 by 2 RT. Why? Now since you know, one will be energy associated with each degree of freedom is half kT, and similarly by following this procedure, so you can calculate the total energy will be, so this will be 5 by 2 RT. So you can calculate the specific heat at constant volume, that is Cv equal to du by dt. Again, with respect to the temperature, you can take the only the constant you can take, so that will be 5 by 2 r. Again, Cp will be Cp minus Cv equal to r. Again, Cp you can calculate, that will be 7 by 2 r, that is 5 by 2 r plus r, 7 by 2 r. Again, gamma will be Cp by Cv, 7 by 2 divided by 5 by 2. Simply that will be 7 by 2 r divided by 5 by 2 r get cancelled and 2 get cancelled. Simply that will be 7 by 5, that is equal to 1.4. So gamma for your diatomic gas is 1.4, monoatomic gas it is 1.67, and for diatomic it will be gamma equal to 1.4. So here for the diatomic gas, the examples are like oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. So this value, it actually agrees with the theoretical value and your experimental value. Now we will see the specific heat for triatomic gas. So in case of triatomic gas, there will be 3 translatory motion. So you can see this triatomic molecule, it may be linear shape, or this may be linear shape, means they are aligning in a line, or you can say that they are aligning like this is suppose one molecule and other 2 are placed over here. So like this. There are various type of triatomic gases. So you can simply see there will be 3 translatory motion in case of your triatomic gas and 3 rotatory motion. So that will be, or it can also have 1 vibrational motion at high temperature. So at low temperature, if I will consider first, then there will be 3 translatory motion and 3 rotatory motion. So the total degrees of freedom will be 6. 3 plus 3 equal to 6 degrees of freedom. So the total energy will be 6 by 2 NKT, or that will be 3 RT. Again, Cv will be, the specific heat at constant volume will be du by dt equal to 3 R, and Cp equal to 3 R plus R, that is 4 R. Again, gamma will be the ratio of Cp by Cv, that is 4 by 3. So the gamma will be 1.33. This will be the triatomic gas at low temperature. Similarly, at high temperature, you can calculate the degrees of freedom is 7, total degrees of freedom. So Cv will be equal to 7 by 2 R, and Cp will be equal to 9 by 2 R, or you can simply calculate gamma equal to 1 plus 2 by F, or that will be 1 plus 2 by 7, that is equal to 1.29. You may calculate gamma equal to Cp by Cv, or you may calculate like gamma equal to 1 plus 2 by F. Clear? So this is at high temperature. So here is the limitation, that is the if we will compare between the theoretical and experimental value, you can see this graph. So at the low temperature, this is at low temperature, this is the temperature versus Cv curve. So you can see that at low temperature, the theoretical value of, we can say that Cp, Cv or gamma, it will completely disagree with your experimental value. Why? That is, at low temperature, neither the rotational or the vibrational degrees of freedom contribute. So there will be no rotational and vibrational motion. So that is, the degrees of freedom go on freezing as the temperature lower down. So the vibration and rotation, it will ultimately at 0 Kelvin. Clear? So the translational degrees of freedom, it reduces to 0, and the molecule completely comes to rest. So this is actually known as the freezing of your degrees of freedom. Clear? So the experimental specific heat are larger than the theoretical value, where gamma is smaller. Gamma means your Cp by Cv is smaller. So this is the curve. You can see that this is at low temperature. At this temperature, the rotational degrees of freedom, here there will be no rotational degrees of freedom, that is, they are frozen out, and the specific heat is behave like an ideal monoatomic gas. And this is at intermediate temperature, the rotational degrees of freedom are manifest and gives 5 degrees of freedom. Clear? So this is at the high temperature. So near the dislocation temperature of 3200 Kelvin, there is the evidence of 2 or more degrees of freedom, that is vibration, is now affecting the specific heat. So for the vibration, the kinetic energy and potential energy each get energy R by 2 in equipartition. So as you can see, I have already proved it. That is the specific heat for your monoatomic, diatomic and triatomic gases. It depends on the specific heat at constant volume or specific heat at constant pressure, and this gamma, Cp, Cv, gamma, they all are depend on your F factor. That is the degrees of freedom. They depend on the degrees of freedom. So this is all about the specific heat at constant volume and specific heat at constant pressure, and gamma, its relation with the law of equipartition energy. This is the application of the law of equipartition of energy. So this is all for today.